Y'all, if y'all not subscribed, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel because a lot of people are really not seeing what's going on at this time in the markets. And like, what you mean by that, Tro? What they not seeing? Well, what they not seeing? Big companies buying crypto at fast rates, man. I'm talking about we're seeing some of the biggest companies in the world buy crypto and put them on their balance sheets. And I don't think this is going to stop. I think this is only going to continue to increase. We're going to see even more large companies buying crypto and Bitcoin and putting them on their balance sheets. I know yesterday, if you weren't familiar, if you didn't know, it was an announcement that Trump Media was creating a Bitcoin reserve. And they already announced that they're putting about over $2 billion on this or locked into this Bitcoin reserve. And guess who? Guess who is gonna be the custody of it? That's right, Crypto.com. Shout out to Crypto.com. Shout out to Crow. Oh shit! Shout out to the Crow fam. Shout out to the Crow fam. But Crypto.com will be the custody holder of the Trump Media's altcoin reserve. And that's going to be something very, very big. And we also saw how, if you seen my short that I posted earlier today, GameStop has officially bought Bitcoin and is putting it on their balance sheet as well. So a lot of things that's really going on, a lot of people don't realize. Crow going to break big time. Facts. Crow is going to go absolutely nuts. Crow is probably one of the most undervalued altcoins out there, in my personal opinion. Now, a lot of people talk about the scrutiny and all the different things that has occurred, but at the same time, I think it's one of the most undervalued altcoins that we currently have. And we can see for the entire crypto market cap, a lot of people don't think that we're going to have an altcoin season. No, a lot of people are saying that we're not going to have an altcoin season. This time is different. Tro, you keep talking about altcoin season. Everything's about to explode. That's not going to happen this time go around. But I'm letting you know everything is really aligning for that altcoin season. What you mean by that, Tro? How you think everything aligning for the altcoin season? Well, the tariffs, all that stuff was just a play. That was like a play to make it sound good, but no, that's not even what's really going on. Dylan, what's up? Brutal, what's up? Rum, hum, crow did explode today. Okay, rum ham. Shout out to rum ham. I made a video on rum ham. Shout out to rum ham. What did it go to? What did it do, Dylan? Corbeez, what's up? What's the question? What's the question? What's up? Shout out to everybody who just coming in. Shout out to Eric. Have you ever played baseball? Where did baseball come from? No, I never played baseball before. Can I get shout out to Willow? Shout out to Willow. Brutality. Who is your favorite rapper? Who is your favorite rapper? My favorite rapper is, I don't even know. Drake at one point. Drake's still my favorite rapper. I still bump for Drake. I fuck with Drake. Even though after all that, we need to start this YouTube. I started this YouTube 3 years ago. 2021. 4 years ago, actually. 200% in a day. Okay, shout out to Rum Ham, man. Shout out to Rum Ham. I always want to see what, end up going on with it. I didn't buy any at the time, even though I made a video. Shout out to the community. I think I had a little bit, but not too much, though. Shout out to the community, though, the Rum Ham community. But like I was saying, a lot of these altcoins, man, is about to go up. A lot of these altcoins, shout out to you. Hey, appreciate you for subscribing to the channel. A lot of these altcoins about to go up. Like the video. Yeah, like the video. Yeah, I appreciate that, Cynthia. Like the video. But like I said, a lot of these altcoins are about to absolutely take off, man. And we kind of just priming ourselves and sitting back and relaxing just because we know what's going on. And a lot of people like I was saying before before I started looking at the comments, a lot of people was like, Tro, why do you think that altcoins will have their season? Well, I think that for the simple fact that the money printer is about to come back out. The money printer is about to come back out, man. And once the money printer comes and rolls around, we're going to see so many people buy the tops of these things. And we, the people who've been investing in the crypto space, who've been seeing what we had in front of us, we're going to reap those rewards because we got in before everybody else did. That's the secret behind it, getting in on the ground floor and really, being able to run those numbers up, because it's going to come a point in time where the average retail investor comes into the crypto space. And the retail, in my personal opinion, is not back yet. We haven't been hearing, the everyday media as far as, we've been hearing media talk about it, but we haven't been hearing people who close to us, like people who we know, people who never talked about crypto ever. But when it's time for prices to go up, that's when they get into the game. Those are the people we waiting on, man, because those are sadly going to be the exit liquidity for the people who've been investing in the crypto space so far. Do you believe in God? Yes, I do believe in God. Without God, we would have nothing, Cynthia. We would have nothing. Now, the Bitcoin whales, they are buying, all this Bitcoin up. They are buying all this Bitcoin up as we speak. The Bitcoin whales are buying this Bitcoin up. And right now, man, it's the perfect time to dollar cost average into the crypto space. And I know you're like, Tro, well, what does this mean for the everyday person? Like, we saying these big companies buy crypto in large amounts. Like, I know Bitcoin is 100,000. I can't even have a whole Bitcoin. Well, I will tell you this. All you gotta do, man, is dollar cost average into Bitcoin with what you can afford to lose. If you spend $20 on a coffee every week, or if you calculate it every day, you do your weekly calculations and you realize you spend $20 on a coffee, man, get a coffee pot, make that coffee at home, and start investing $20 a week into Bitcoin, or $20 every other week into Bitcoin. Whatever you can afford to lose, that's what you want to be investing, because over time, you're going to see, Bitcoin or your portfolio continue to grow. See you later, Cynthia. Shout out to you. Appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you like it before you leave. Appreciate you for tuning in. But like I said, man, you're going to really think back and look at like, man, I appreciate myself for dollar cost averaging all those years or months, whatever the case may be. You're going to thank yourself, look in the mirror and thank yourself, because that opportunity won't be here again. In the next 10 years, I will see, I do believe Bitcoin will hit $1 million in the next 10 years, by maybe even before then, maybe even by 2030, 2032, whatever the case may be. I think that we will see $1 million Bitcoin. And from these prices here today, that's currently close enough to a 10x. That's close enough to a 10x. So, and if that's the case, then, hey, why not dollar cost average into the best performing asset in this past decade? I wish I had a bomb just doom, 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 bombs away. Why not dollar cost average into the best performing asset this past decade? If you coming in, if you haven't subscribed already to the channel, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, because we just getting started. We just getting the party activated. This is not a Diddy party, but this is a fun party that we're having, talking about the cryptocurrencies, talking about altcoins, talking about what's the possibilities of Bitcoin in this cycle. what y'all think? What's the possibilities of cryptocurrencies? Right now, we at a 3.47 trillion dollar market cap for the entire crypto space. The all-time highs around 3.71, and this occurred after the election in 2024. So we have yet to go back up to the previous all-time highs back in 2024, and that's why I believe the narrative is changing. They're going to bring the money counter, the money printer out, and once that money starts to print, we're going to see assets get loaded with liquidity. All this new liquidity that's going to come into our ecosystem. And it's going to happen so subliminally. Like, they're not going to talk about it. They're not, because they'll, at first the narrative was, you know, did the previous administration printed too much money and we got to stop the money printing and all that. But if you know how the economy works, you know the best times for buying assets. And if you want people to buy assets, you got to put liquidity into your ecosystem. You got to add liquidity and flood the ecosystem with money. And the smart money is going to buy assets. Dumb money is going to buy liabilities. And that's what they're hoping on. And right now, we are about to see it. They haven't announced it yet. Big money is here in crypto, I feel. Yeah, big money is already in crypto. Big money is what's moving the markets right now. Retail is not moving markets at all. And like whatsoever. It was, like I said, if you've been around multiple cycles, you know that once retail gets in, that's when we all start to see everything go down. Like once really previous cycles, it was kind of not even retail, kind of it was institutions previous cycle, because I remember vaguely that institutions bought the top. Like Marcus Saylor, he bought the top, but he just dollar cost average, and now he's in profit. He bought the top previously. Marcus Saylor previously bought the top of Bitcoin, but he knew what he was holding. You know what I'm saying? He knew what he was holding. He didn't mind buying the top, because if you buying it at 60,000 and you projecting it to go to 1 million, who cares if it's not on a dip? Just like right now, if you buying Bitcoin at 105 and you think it's going to go to 1 million, who cares if it dips another 50%? You know, especially if you're not, you know, over leveraging yourself. That's when you got a problem. When you over leverage yourself, that's when you have that problem in the crypto space where you're looking to sell very, very fast and things like that. But if you are not over leveraged, if you dollar cost averaging to assets that you believe long term or have a long term vision for those assets, then you're going to see profit. Even with XRP, like how you said, Mr. Nofo, with XRP, we see how people talk bad about XRP. People didn't want to buy XRP. People was saying all this. And the people at XRP had such a great community and held up their price. And so many people counted XRP out. But what we saw after the case was settled and all those good things, XRP went up. XRP went to the moon. You know what I'm saying? And the people who was buying dollar cost averaging, knowing what asset that they had, believed in that asset, they kept buying it, and they are now in profit. XRP holders was, you know, underwater for some years. I'm talking about years, man. If you know, you know. If you bought XRP back when it was in the previous all-time high, you was underwater for some years, especially if you didn't dollar cost average. Now, if you dollar cost average, you probably eventually got your DCA down, and you probably eventually started to break even, but now you just took off to the moon. Yes, I do still hold Crow. If you was here earlier, I do still hold Crow. Crow is one of my favorite altcoins for the simple fact that they are not only building a crypto foundation, but they're building an overall financial institution. That's what I like to see. I like to see that they're not only in cryptos, but we got banking, we got stocks, we got the credit card or debit card rather. We got all the utilities that's directly within the app of Crypto.com. And a lot of people like to talk about the Cronos blockchain itself. I do think the Cronos blockchain needs some improvement. They tried to put out this like layer 2 ZK EVM layer 2 solution, but I don't think anybody actually uses the blockchain or uses the layer 2 solution. I might be wrong, but for the majority of the part, I don't. I highly doubt people use it. And I think they should have just found a way to decrease the gas fees on the the Chronos blockchain itself. But that's not to say that we don't see a takeoff for the projects on it. I still believe in the projects on the Chronos blockchain for sure, for sure. Call. Shout out to the Call Gang. Shout out Call Gang in the building, baby. Call Gang is in the building. What's up, Call? And Crow fam in here. XRP to $5,000 is crazy. $5,000 for an XRP token, bro. Do you know what the market cap of XRP has to be for it to hit $5,000, bro? Hey, but you can dream and hope, though. You can dream and hope for sure, But $5,000 XRP token, I don't see that happening. But anything can happen in the crypto space. But that will absolutely make XRP worth more than Bitcoin, bro. So I highly doubt we see a $5,000 XRP. But I do think XRP will continue to appreciate, though. Not to say that. I do think we see, more gains in XRP for sure. But $5,000, that's tough, bro. That's tough. Do you like Toshi? Unpopular. Talking about the meme coin, Toshi. If you talking about the meme coin, Toshi, I seen it, but I really haven't invested in it. I really keep a small portfolio. Like my portfolio usually my portfolio, let me take a look at Toshi. Usually my portfolio is about 5 crypto projects. And I'm not giving nobody advice or nothing like that. I just talk about really the projects that I kind of invest in or that really caught my eye. But let me take a look at Toshi. I seen it before though. It caught my radar because I remember when Base first came around, I was looking for, things on Base as far as something to buy, but I kind of got sidetracked and I started looking at AVAX. Can Turbo hit 50 cents? Turbo, I gotta check that out. I don't even know what Turbo is right now. Let me see. I'm gonna look at Toshi first. I ain't gonna lie though, Toshi might. I like what Toshi looking like though, cause it went to 600 million in January. We went to a $600 million market cap in January. It's at 283 right now. Community sentiment on coin market cap is 87% bullish, 13% bearish. What's the analytics though? Let's see. I ain't gonna lie too though. I like that 52% of the people holding is holding between $1 to 1K, and 42% is holding 1K to 100K. So it's a lot of whales. I won't say whales, but it's a lot of people holding that bag in Toshi. They holding from 42% from 1K to 100K. 42% of the addresses that's holding it have that much money in it. So it's a bag in there. It's people holding that bag. And if we look at the addresses that's holding by time, 91% of the holders have held for a year plus. 91%. So, hey, Toshi might be on to something. You might just put me on right there. I ain't gonna lie, because I think Base has one of those blockchains that's going to have a lot of volume that's being pumped on there. So I think Toshi is one of the ones that you can really look into. And then we see back in April, it was at a $95 million market cap. So just in a month, we seen 100% return plus, actually more than 100%. Back to her. Thanks for your stream. Shout out to Roscoe. Hey, make that money at work. Let's look at Turbo, man. Let's look at Turbo, see what Turbo talking about. Can Turbo get to 50 cents? Bro, it's at 0.005 right now. So that will make what a 10x is at 5 cents, 100x is at 50 cents. So 100x would put, nah, bro. I ain't gonna lie, Turbo 50 cents, nah, bro. Cause we already a $353 million market cap. A 10x from here is a $3.5 billion market cap. Now, can it, go to a 30 or a $35 billion market cap? I don't know. We've seen it's possible, but the narrative for Turbo would have to be crazy. Like the narrative would have to be like Turbo is the one. You know what I'm saying? Turbo. Think Toro. Turbo is AI. Who will lead the AI meme coins? Was he talking about Turbo or Turo? I think Turbo is a meme coin. Turo is AI. I want to say. But I know Turbo is the meme coin that was on Ethereum, right? I want to say it started off on Ethereum. And it came out in 2023. Now, you had a lot of time to accumulate Turbo, though. That was the crazy part about it. You had a couple months. Like, it literally didn't do anything. The whole 2023, it didn't do nothing. Then 2024, it just took off out of nowhere. So, at a $353 million market cap, I do think that Turbo can possibly do a 10x and go to 3.5 billion, but 35 billion, I don't think that will happen. The previous all-time high, it hasn't even hit $1 billion, so I would try to aim for $1 billion. And even with at $1 billion, that's still a good amount of money. That's still like a 7x. That's still like a 7x. So I wouldn't discount that one. I wouldn't discount Turbo to do like a 7x, but to go to 50 cents, that's going to be tough because that will make it pretty much where it has to do 100x. And 100x at a $300 million market cap is crazy. Not saying that it hasn't been done. There's some crazy things happens in the crypto space, but I won't bet my last on it, though. It'll probably be a small portion of my portfolio. Now, let's look at Turo, man. Let's look at Turo. I haven't looked at Turo. Turo. What blockchain Turo on? What blockchain is Turo on? Because I don't see no Turo. I mean, I see multiple Turos, but I don't see one that's like just, that's standing out, that has a big market cap. If I'm looking on Dex Screen now, I'm looking at Turo, and all of them got small market caps. They're like 80K market caps. What's the ticker? What's the ticker for Turo? Man, if y'all haven't already, if you in here and you watching the live stream, hit that like button, man. Hit the like button. It helps me out. It helps the algorithm out to put this information out there in front of you, in front of everybody who is interested in the crypto space. So I really do appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure y'all subscribe. Man, it really does help me in the long run, and I can get this content out faster and everything. I meant to say Turbo. I thought Turbo was now Turbo is Adrian came in here to hate. Hey, shout out to Adrian. He's the biggest Crow hater ever. I focus with Adrian though. Adrian, good people, but he is the biggest Crow hater ever. He should just stamp Crow hater across his forehead because that's all he does is hate on Crow. But that's okay because we're gonna make a believer out of Adrian once prices go up, or maybe Adrian makes a believer out of us. Maybe Crow goes to zero. We will see in the next episode of DBZ. But nah, Turbo, bro. I thought Turbo was AI. I think Turbo is. I think it's both. I think Turbo is like, from my understanding, I thought it was a meme coin. From my understanding, that's what I always thought Turbo. Maybe it is both. Probably, it possibly could be. What do you think of Loaded Lions? I made a video about Loaded Lions. And honestly, playing a game, I think is going to be very big. I wouldn't necessarily buy the Lion token right now. I wouldn't buy the Lion token in my personal opinion, just because it's so high. It's like at a $2 billion market cap. And once stuff hit $1 billion, if it's not like Bitcoin, if it's not like a layer one blockchain or something like that, I really try to stay away from the $1 billion projects unless it's like, you know, that has really utility. Now, I'm not saying that Loaded Lions doesn't have utility, because if you read the white paper, it's a lot of utility in there, but I will go about it playing the game first. I will actually play the game rather than buying the Lion token, if that makes sense. Playing the game, yes. Buying that token, I don't know. Because going past $2 billion in market cap for a crypto game, I think is kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that it's impossible, because we've seen what Axie Infinity did. But at the same time, it's not that's not the narrative right now. You know what I'm saying? GameFi is not the narrative. And even with the $2 billion market cap, it doesn't have that many holders. So I do think that it's a lot of whales in there. I do think that if you buy that $2 billion, you probably should expect it to get dumped on. Like, I'm talking a major dump, like just straight up just dumped on, because it's at a $2 billion market cap. Like, how high do you think it can go? You know, that's the major question. But playing the actual game, I do think can earn you some yield if you know what you're doing, if you have an edge within the game. But buying the token at these prices, I'm not buying it. And that's not to discredit the team or anything. That's not to take anything away from what they're doing. The team is excellent from what I've seen. I don't know them personally, but the team is building. They're putting out. They actually put out the game, so the game is playable and people seem to enjoy it. But like I said, buying that token though, man, that's crazy. You got your rabbit, you got your mind. But how do I feel of AXL? What's AXL? I don't think I ain't never heard of Exceler. I ain't never even checked into Exceler. I'm not gonna lie to you. Never even heard of the game. But I'm gonna check it out though. I'm gonna check it out and let you know about it, because I like to do my research for sure. I gotta do my research before I just say anything. But yeah, I haven't heard that one yet. What? Give me a little breakdown, give me your selling point about it. School, what's up, School? Harmony. I still got a small Harmony bag. Yeah, I still got a small Harmony bag, because they've been building ever since, since the hack. They trying to turn around the blockchain. It's gonna take a lot, and I'm not expecting no life-changing money from Harmony. Like I said, I had the bag for so long. I've been having Harmony since 2021. So I still had a small bag, and like I said, I'm not expecting like no 10x, 100x or nothing, but at least like 100 to 200% gains. You know what I'm saying? I think that is possible for Harmony, especially at these prices. I think they're like in between 1 cent, 2 cents, somewhere around there. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, I think it's somewhere around there. And I think Harmony does have potential, because they've been building like crazy. So all they gotta do is get some dApps back to the blockchain. That's the main thing. They got to get some activity going on the blockchain. Then that's when I think we'll see, Harmony really do what it needs to do. Man, let's start a poll, bro. We're going to start a poll. Let me see. Let's start a poll, because I think a lot of people are still bearish. Let's see. How y'all feeling, man? Starting this poll. Let me know what y'all think. Start the poll. Are you bullish on crypto? Are you bullish on crypto right now? Are you bullish on crypto? Let me know. Are you bullish on crypto? Yes, we got some yeses. If you just coming in, vote on the poll. Are you bullish on crypto? Let us know. We got 2 yeses so far. Because a lot of people, I be looking at it, bro, and I be like, why are y'all so, against crypto right now? XLM to 100 by 2030. Okay, that's possible. Shout out to School. Appreciate you for tuning in, School. Do you think Luna Classic will bounce back? I know their downfall was hard. Luna Classic. I seen Luna. Hey, Luna was on one of the biggest mover charts on one of these. I think it was Crypto.com. Luna was on the biggest mover chart, bro. So bounce back, I don't think it'll bounce back. If you saying like bounce back to, I don't think it'll never go up as high as it previously was. But I think right now it's trading as a meme coin. I think people kind of just buying it for like shits and giggles. Like I don't think it's like, something that you buying like for holding for or planning on holding it for a long period of time. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not buying the lows in there. Like you ain't bought the lows or you trying to buy like local highs or something for Luna Classic. Nah, that ain't it. That ain't it. I'm not gonna lie to you. You got 3 bullish on crypto. Luna need time. It might hit 3 cents by 2030 is just that's your year. That's your the dragon year, huh? That's your year 2030. I put $50 in a throwaway. See, hey, I would say that's what it is. It's like what's that called? A lottery ticket. You know what I'm saying? $50, it's not gonna hurt it's not gonna change your life. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, throwing the $50 into it, I mean, what is gonna hurt? You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna hurt anything. So I agree with that. I did see Luna Classic actually go up though in on one of these platforms. A notification popped up and said Luna Classic is up like 20% or something. It was like on the top movers. Let me see. Luna will hit. Are you just throwing numbers in? You just throwing numbers out there now, bro. Abundance Grace. Abundance Grace, you just throwing numbers out there. Lunch. No, I think you meant to say Luna. Luna will hit $50 is crazy, bro. $50 for Luna. Luna ain't never going back over $1. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you, bro. I don't think Luna is going back over $1. Just being real. Well, I'm looking at the chart right now, so maybe I was confused or something because, yeah, Luna, the past month is up 1%. Maybe the past 90 days is up. Nah, not even the past 90 days. The past year is down 44%, bro. Luna is slowly going to zero. Luna, he said $50 Luna is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, at one point in time, Luna, yeah, like before all the bad stuff started happening in 2020, before the bad stuff started happening in 2020, I would say Luna was, one of their go-tos, but it was always signs there. You know what I'm saying? Because I always question it, like, how was you earning that 20%? You know what I'm saying? Like, where is the 20% coming from? You always got to know where the yield is coming from. If you don't know where the yield is coming from, you are the yield. And they could never explain it, but it was just, well, it was hot. And, that's around 2022 and 2021, going into 2021, that was like the crazy year for crypto. 2021 was a crazy year for crypto. And the best thing about it, we are about to even experience more crazier gains, bro. That's what a lot of people don't understand. We got the most bullish administration that we ever had since the inception of crypto. The government has not been this bullish in any cycle. That's one thing. Also, they've been pushing the narrative. Hey, Bitcoin, we're going to make the United States a powerhouse with Bitcoin. We're going to make a United States a powerhouse. They want to keep the power. They know inflation is killing the United States. And all these other countries are buying Bitcoin and assets that are going to separate them from the dollar. So that's another thing. Then also, now they understand we got to print money. Once the money printer starts, we're going to see prices go up. What's your Crow exit prices? My Crow exit price is right now, I would say $1. My Crow exit price is $1. We at 10 cents. That's a 10x. I'm always looking for at least a 10x. I do think it can go past $1, but I've been dollar cost averaging for so long in Crow. If you've been watching my channel, and if you ain't watching the channel, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications. But if you've been watching the channel, you know that I've been investing in Crows since like 2020. So I've been holding a Crow bag for a long time. I did get an opportunity. I had the Hopium my first go around when it went to $1 or close enough to $1. I didn't sell as much as I should, and I round tripped it. But I had the opportunity to dollar cost average even more. So now I'm just resetting my target back at $1. I know that it can hit $1 for sure. And I've been dollar cost averaging for so long that it's going to give me a great amount of money once we hit a 10x. And that's hitting $1. Now, I won't sell all my bags at that dollar mark, but that's probably going to be the first time I set my bag or set my or set a specific exit price. That's gonna be my specific exit price for sure. I'm not exiting the market all at one time though. But yeah, I will exit the market some at $1 for sure. I gotta take some profits. I didn't take profits last cycle. Well, I took some profits, but I didn't take as much as I should. I didn't take the life-changing money profit. If you get life-changing money profit, you gotta take it. I don't care if you think it's gonna go higher. It might do go higher. But if you see a amount that you never ever seen before in your life, take that money, man. Don't go chasing waterfalls. You know what I'm saying? Don't go chasing them waterfalls. If you see amount of money that you never had in your life, take that profit, secure that profit. And you might can use some of that profit to jump back into the market. Don't use all of it. You might use a small amount just to see what else you can get from the market. But other than that, if you see some life-changing money, bro, especially if you've been holding for years, take that life-changing money. Take it. And I'm telling you, this is from personal experience. I've seen life-changing money in the crypto space. I literally round-tripped it. Literally. My heart was in shambles. I was on the ground praying like, when is we going to make it back? And I had to wait a whole nother 4 years. So these 4 years, I've been dollar cost averaging. And we're going to see profits this time. For sure. You should do a Toshi video in the nearest future. Hop in with Toshi Gang. Right now is a really good entry. I might get in. Like I said, I like what Toshi was looking like when you talked about you mentioned it. I like where the price was at with Toshi. I did like where the price was at. I'm liking, you know, what it was looking like. You know what I'm saying? I like what Toshi was looking like. So I might start dollar cost averaging, but I gotta still finish filling the rest of my bags because some of my bags are still in the red right now, so I'm trying to at least break even before we get to the crazy takeoff. What do some of you consider life-changing money? I would say, you know, it depends. Whatever you never seen before, bro. Life-changing money is different from everybody else. I would say life-changing money for me is 6 figures. Like seeing over $100,000 would be life-changing money for me. Like I never had $100,000 at one time. I might have made $100,000 in investing over my career in just, you know, investing, but having $100,000 in the bank account at one time has never happened. You know what I'm saying? Got close to it, but that's why I end up round tripping because I tried to get all $100,000 at one time. See, a lot of people will say $100,000 is like life-changing money. Like, that's life-changing money. If you just want to be real, I think but some people will say $10,000. It just depends on your perspective. Like, if you never had $10,000 at one time, then $10,000 is life-changing money to you because you never had that at one time. You know, that's my personal opinion on that. You never had that set amount of money at one time in your bank account where it's liquid, not on paper. Now, I don't pay. We're not talking about crypto games. We talking about real life money in a bank account. I can go withdraw it. Well, I can't withdraw because sometimes banks be tripping about over a certain limit. But I have access to this money in my bank account. If you've never seen that amount before, that's life changing money. My twin bro here for 250K on a call option with AMC. I know this is my turn, but with crypto facts, this our time. This is our time, man. Crypto is our time. Crypto gives us this opportunity, and I think a lot of people they see the outliers. They see outliers performing, and they they like to say, "Well, Tro, this time different, man. Everything not gonna go up. Like everything, you gotta pick and choose, and you gotta pick the right assets. Yeah, you do gotta pick the right assets for the majority of the part." But I still think we get that euphoric feeling where majority of everything does go up. I'm not saying everything, but if the project has community, if the project, I don't know, the project has community, if people have conviction in that project, it has to have a cult-like community. People have conviction and that project is still building, then why would you go against the grain and, not continue the dollar cost average and cut out all the outside noise? Because that's what that is. When people say this time gonna be different, it's literally lining up the same, bro. It's the same playbook. Same playbook. Literally the same playbook. The only thing different is we have more bullish things that's going on that we in the crypto space now than we did back in 2021. In 2021, presidents and senators, governors, majority of those people, they were against cryptocurrencies, literally stopping innovation in the United States. That's what they were doing, stopping innovation. Now they are trying to keep the innovation in the United States because they see what's going on. They see that crypto is about to take over. They see that big companies are buying cryptos. Big countries are buying cryptos. We have crypto as a legal tender in some of these countries. And these people are saying, okay, this a revolution, bro. Smart money, the smart people are saying this is a revolution. People don't care about the dollar. You know what I'm saying? The dollar, the dollar is a thing of the past. And it's going to slowly happen. You know what I'm saying? This not on no conspiracy. This might be a conspiracy theorist, but it's slowly happening. Like things are slowly changing in front of us, but we don't even realize it because one, we going through everyday life and everybody has their own problems in everyday life. So we not really focused on macro stuff that's happening around us that's going to change our everyday life. And I always like to revert back to, you know what I'm saying, to the internet. And if you put the chart side by side, we see that crypto is growing faster than internet adoption. And I keep saying this and I will continue to say this because we use the internet every day. Me streaming on this live stream from my phone is using the internet. You watching me is using the internet. We can't go a day without using the internet. I mean, we can go a day if we try, but naturally, it's a thing that we naturally do. Everything that we do on our phone requires an internet connection for majority of the part. So, with that being said, crypto growing faster than the internet. You don't think it's going to be a time where we're using blockchain technology every day? You know what I'm saying? Where we're using it seamlessly, though. We're not what we got now. Not MetaMask, not these different wallets where we got to remember all these private keys and things like that. That's just this. We in the dial-up part of the internet. You remember dial-up? If you've been around for quite a while, you know dial-up. You know dial-up took you a little second to get onto the internet. Now we can get on the internet in seconds. You know what I'm saying? So that's my mindset behind it. And I do think that this cycle will be, bigger than the 2021 cycle because of all the bullish narratives, because of the crypto, Bitcoin ETFs. We got altcoin ETFs. We got Bitcoin reserves. The president of the United States, his company that he controls is creating a Bitcoin reserve. He's trying to front run it. Come on now, bro. It's the playbook. This playbook has been set in stone, bro. and they are trying to stay in control. But the beautiful thing about it, with us being in retail, we already seen what was going on. We already seen the playbook. We done seen this before, but now we get the opportunity. At first, you know, with the internet, with the tech stocks, we didn't have the ability to front run it because this was Web 2 investing. You know what I'm saying? This was stock markets. You know, these people getting a chance to invest in these projects before they IPO, before they come available to the public. And guess what the government was saying? We're protecting the small investor. While all these big money people are making the money before the IPO. If I know a project, if I can get an opportunity to invest in a project before the IPO, of course I'm going to make money during the IPO of that company. And what the government said, we trying to protect the small investor. They're not an accredited investor. They don't know what they're doing. No, they're trying to keep us in the same position that we were previously in. Let me stop. Let me stop it, bro. I don't want YouTube to be like, hey, you're going too deep now. You're getting going down a rabbit hole. But that's what's going on, though. That is what's happening in, you know what I'm saying, in the world. They want to front run us, but with cryptos, we have that opportunity to front run, you know what I'm saying, the institutional investor. So I just went on that little rant, man. Let me know what y'all feel. We see it's 8 people who bullish on crypto, baby. 8 people who bullish on crypto. The crypto market itself has doubled in holders. It's no way it's not gonna be bigger. It just wouldn't make sense. The market sentiment. Facts. Facts, bro. There's more people getting into crypto every day, bro. That's what I'm saying. Crypto adoption is growing faster than internet adoption. And the thing about it is just building on top of Web 2. Web 3 is just being built on top of Web 2. Now it's going to be people anywhere with the internet connection. You will have the ability to own assets directly on your phone, and you control the assets that you own. We in a pivotal time in not just the United States, but in the world. You know what I'm saying? I know we got viewers from all over. I can't keep saying the United States, but that's just where I'm based at right now. But this is a worldwide asset class, and that's also what makes crypto different from stocks. This is a worldwide asset class that anybody has the ability with the internet connection to buy these crypto projects. So, man, if y'all haven't already, man, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn them notifications on. These just talks with Crypto Tro. And I will continue to do these things, man. I'm going to set a specific time because right now I just kind of just randomly went live. And I appreciate everybody who tuned in, who, you know, interacting with the kid, leaving, you know, all type of comments, voting on these polls. All these things help me in the long run. So I generally do appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like I said, I will continue to do these live streams each and every chance I get because I like interacting with the community, man. The community is what keeps me going, what keeps my energy high. So Wednesday is hump day. A lot of people trying to get over that hump, and we are about to make it. I know the saying goes, everybody gonna make it. Everybody is not gonna make it, but the people who do buy the bottoms of these assets will make it. They will make it. If you buying the bottom right now, this might not be the extreme bottom, but it's a local bottom. You will make it. So, Crypto Tro, that's my video. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn them notifications on, man. I'm out of here.